Now that I've done part one of why you're getting fat on a carnivore diet and why you feel tired, today, part two is about how to get some energy and drop that body fat that you gain doing a carnivore diet. Let's get right on into the part two. Yesterday was part one of why you're getting fat and tired on a carnivore and ketogenic diet. Now let's bam it with some solutions. All right, you're getting fat. Yesterday I explained that things like blood sugar dysregulation, too much protein, not enough fat, broken gallbladder, terrible sleep, chronic dehydration, too much cortisol, all of these things contribute to gaining weight on a carnivore diet, so go check out part one. Tired is also linear to the thyroid issues. You can't get energy off of protein. It's got to be fat or carbohydrates. What's the solution? What is the solution to stopping that weight gain and potentially losing some of that body fat? The solutions are very easy. They're kind of the opposite of what got you in trouble. For example, when you eat too much protein, that excess protein converts back into glucose. If your metabolism is slow, you're going to store that as fat. So stop eating so much protein. That means if you're a woman, you're going to be eating between 60 and 75 grams of protein depending on your size, your activity, your muscle, your lean muscle mass. If you're a man, your protein's going to be between 65 and 95 grams of protein per day, not per meal, and that is total protein. That's for men and women. You want to be moderate to low. So if your fats are very high, then your sense of satiety and feeling full is right there. You need a lot of digestive equipment to break down fatty meats. You need lipase, protease, stomach acid, pepsin. You need a functioning gallbladder. With all of that equipment, it takes time to break down fat. And if you have fatty meats, even longer. If you've got leaner meats, even less. Fattier meats, longer. A sense of feeling full, moderate to low. The fat is going to give you the sustenance to feel not hungry or craving sweets. Moderate to low. I'm 5'3". My protein is between 55 and 60, 70 max. But really it's about 55 to about 68. At 5'3", as a very physically active woman. Now with that said, if your protein is in a tight parameter, then what does your fat look like? My fat is between 2 and 220 grams of fat a day. A day. Sometimes I get up to 300 grams of fat, and it depends on how much work and how physically active I am. I can go from sun up to sundown, and beyond that, just going, riding my horse, working out, picking up horse crap, fencing, playing with my dog. My day is largely very physical. And I have good GLUT4 receptor development. Excess glucose in my body will be burned off. Other people with a slower metabolism will start to store fat, blood sugar spike, and you have fat in your blood, your body's going to take everything. If your blood sugar is running too high, that's with people with blood sugar dysregulation. So, up your fat, 200 to 300 grams of fat. For women, it's 200 to 300. For men, it can be 200 to 320. It doesn't really matter how tall you are. If you're 4'11", you're still going to hit 200 grams of fat. And to give you an eyeball, I don't have a spoon, but literally 12 tablespoons is only 167 grams of fat. With the rest coming from meat fat, and we're talking animal fat. That's moderate to low protein. So if your range is between, for a man, 65 to 95, if you're a tall guy, 6'5", your protein's going to get upwards towards 95. And for a guy who's 6'5", that seems like so little protein. But if your fat is 350 grams and your protein is 95, then you're not going to be hungry. Nowhere in nature would we be eating so much protein because of the issue of the protein converting into glucose and also overwhelming a broken digestive tract. If your gallbladder is working, you're not going to overwhelm your digestive system. In fact, you're going to help it along when you're eating high fat, as opposed to all that protein takes a lot more to push it through the system. Yeah, it's not that simple. And once you moderate your protein and up your fat and get your stress down and pop into ketosis, consistent ketones and glucose regulation and sleep and breathing and exercise, you'll start to drop the body fat. People who don't regulate their sleep, I'm kind of watching my dog at the corner of my eye. People who do not regulate their sleep and cannot balance their blood sugar, you're not going to drop the fat that you're gaining. It's just the way it is. Now this kind of goes the same for your energy. If you're fasting, your blood sugar is going to bounce. Hypoglycemia, dysglycemia. You want to try to regulate your blood sugar by going to bed early, by breathing properly, by getting that mental stress down, getting away from toxins and the food and the Wi-Fi. Once you get rid of a lot of the majority of the stress, then the blood sugar will start to regulate. For example, get outside and get some vitamin D. Vitamin D is going to help you sleep. Vitamin D is going to help you make ketones. And vitamin D is going to be in things like butter and egg yolks. The quality of food, the timing of your food is all a part of having energy. So if you've got dysglycemia and you insist on doing keto, eat every 3 hours. Eat every 3 hours. But don't eat a bunch of protein because that's going to spike your blood sugar. Moderate to low protein, so you're adding rendered fat to your plate instead of chunks of meat that are fatty. And that's the problem that people do, is they keep adding meat with fat to get their fat rather than just using rendered fat. Also balancing your electrolytes. If your electrolytes are, can I say the word electrolytes, are tanking, you're going to feel tired. You are. You're going to feel nauseous. You're going to feel not motivated, demotivated. And that's when you start to feel tired. When you don't sleep because your blood sugar is mounting, that also will make you feel tired in the morning. Don't fast and eat a bunch of protein at night. Blood sugar is going to spike. That protein's going to act like a candy bar. If you have dysglycemia, it's going to make it worse. Your hypoglycemia is going to get worse. If your thyroid becomes underactive because you are eating too much protein and not enough fat and not getting your stress down, then the inverse of that is to drop that protein and get nutrients for your thyroid, like liver, the selenium, or sea moss gel to get the iodine. And then just watch your histamine responses with your food, because histamine is going to make you also feel tired. And also, the thyroid and histamine can make you both gain weight and both feel tired. So the way to address it is rotate your foods, find out the foods that are creating the histamine and creating you this sense of lethargy. And it's the same with the thyroid. Eating every couple of hours, staying away from high histamine foods will help the production of your T3. That's my dog over there. I hope this helps. I didn't want this to be a long video. It was solutions to yesterday's part 1 of why you're getting fat, blood sugar skyrocketing. So don't fast. Don't eat too much protein. Eat enough fat. Make sure the gallbladder's working. The gallbladder, if it's not, you're not going to break down the fat to get into ketosis to drop the body fat. I know it's confusing. Stay tuned for more videos where I break down how to be careful, and how to fix the problem. If you guys need help, you can book a consultation through stephanieperson.com. You can join my course where I cover all 3 diets, because I realize not everybody can do carnivore or keto or low carb, high fat. It's very individualistic. It's very individual. You can sign up through stephanieperson.com. Also, my Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. I'm getting to a point where I'm getting my life more in grip. What you guys don't understand is that I decided to take on taking care of my mom. I will be moving her in with me once my house is built. I have a whole new subset of builders. I'm building a barn this weekend. I have to take care of the animals, and I have to run this business. So my 30-day challenge keeps getting put on hold because of just getting dumped with so much responsibility. But I am still actively working on it, and I will keep you informed about that later. Otherwise, energy at 56, going on 57, keeping the body fat flat, not flat, the butt up and not flat, and the body fat at a nice, healthy body fat range. At 56, I'm almost 57, and I'm out because I got to edit this now. Peace.